Hey guys, welcome back to Maxcast Dawn of War Unification. Today I have another one for you on Blood Ravine. On the southern side playing Imperial Guard we have TheLaughingMax. On the northern side playing the World Eaters we have Gazghkull, Uruk, Thraka. Yeah, he's a relatively new player. This is the second game I played against him. He decided to go for the World Eaters because last game I defeated him relatively easily. What was the matchup again? I forgot, but was very clear, I'd say. So he joined another game and was, if it's okay to play World Eaters, I was, yeah, okay. Yeah, it wasn't the best games I had. Yesterday I played a few games, so here I want to show you more or less what I like to do with Imperial Guard, which I random as the usual on this particular map. There's one spot here where you can build an excellent turret that allows you to control this strategic point, as well have a fallback in this cover to harass this relic. So basically denying 2 points of the opponent with one turret, which you want to do. And this is for most people also the latest point they capture. So it is for Gazghkull as well. So he will not see this, I would assume. Yeah, this is not in his vision range. So there you go. I have my Imperial General, which could in theory and should harass a bit and not stand in the forest. I played a bit too defensively here. The big downside on this is that you need to get a third tech priest relatively early on to allow for building your points, and some of your points will be built later, so you are yourself a bit susceptible to harassment. But yeah, the new players tend to not to harass, also not use their builders very well over here. He needs to build this point ASAP, for example. For now deciding for another, yeah, he floats a bit. No command on the way as well. Commanders is which gives you the biggest income for World Eaters in melee in the beginning. Later you have of course relic units and whatnot, but in the beginning it is mainly, yeah, those. For now there's a lot of damage incoming. I tank it with my Psyker and I'm willing to tank it for now. And now I'm trying to regain ground here a bit, and I always have this turret. I have also my tech priest engines here. Also every little last pistol we have counts in this forest, and light cover against light cover. Almost killing this blood packed squad over here, and now these Cornate Marines dying. I have my Psyker back, so more stuff. I have this Psyker for detection, and for some you can sometimes catch a unit that is retreating. I now have all my points secured and built up mostly, so now I'm bringing back my second Imperial Guard squad. I have reinforced those, and which I'm a bit late with is the Commissar. The Commissar should have been on the way, should have been already here. He generates some regeneration and of course some morale, which we will need here. But there's a lot of damage incoming on those poor guardsmen, and they do not like to lose their fellow guardsmen over here. And yeah, I'm not really decided if I want to get this point or I want to deny this. And your opponent's side is usually best to deny. I try to get both. Let's see, getting my tech priest engines here over for another pesky bolter. He has now all his points apart from those which we are fighting, and in comes those guys. I reinforce them, get a Commissar on board so I can get the decap, which I will lose my Commissar sadly here, and he uses his demon host, which does good damage in conjunction of course with the Cornate Marines to kill my tech priest before this is built. Not I was trying to get the demon host. A bit split up here are those units, morale coming back. So I will leave this here, so you should not delete it immediately. It still gives you the money back if it's like 1 HP left, so might as well let the opponent have something to chew on basically. I have this point now built up. My tech priest died, so I need to get another one. My priest is the only thing that remains for my command squad, but the Psycho will be here, and the Imperial General doesn't take a lot of time to build. So he's here, it now turns red, and now I'm deciding to cancel it. We'll get now an Commissar. I think I cancel one because there's no need for me to push in here. He takes this critical location, which is good on him. I think would have been better to use these guys on assault over here. If you cannot attack this position over here, you might as well try to check what's going on here. I upgraded my point here because this is the most attackable point apart from this if you move by, but then you are deep in enemy territory, you can be surrounded. So I try to think on where can I get set back on this good position I have now. I have some conscripts now going for the critical location over here. I generally not like to use my guardsmen for this because they are busy usually over here. Did I start here too? Yes, I did. So I cancelled one Commissar, so I have my tier 2 a bit faster. Commissar is now here, joining the ranks. Occasionally I can try to go into melee combat, but not for too long, just to get some disruption going, because if you stay for too long, of course, you will get some damage dealt to you. Here comes the Demon Gate. So he really is not really sure what to do over here. Gazghkull is over here, so no shame on him, he's relatively new to everything here. So this could be me a few years ago. So we always like to have new players around, so don't feel intimidated by seeing that the new player lost against me. That's the way it goes sometimes. You have to learn. He decided that, he said, we chatted a bit for this game, he said that the AI is not big of a challenge, so he tries PvP. And I agreed, the AI brings you some basics, but otherwise you're better off playing PvP. What you could and should, however, even Gazghkull over here, use the AI for is to get a crisp build order and capping order for some maps, or generally. You have a good feeling for at some point, if you played enough maps, what is a good capping order and what not. So this is something he absolutely can do with the AI. Like not playing sloppily against the AI, but actually playing. I actually cancelled one generator earlier, so I can have this money for the thermoplasma generator, and the air command is nowhere near tier 2. How is his resources aligning? Bit of power, not a lot of requisition because he needed to reinforce a bunch. And why do I need to attack over here when I can also just wait? Getting my sergeants, of course, now, because they add a lot of HP to the squad. You see here. And I'm also getting the morale upgrades, which also give a bit of HP to the squads. So you have a lot of value in this Will of the Emperor, and what is the other one? Death Before Dishonor. These are the, I would say, cost for what you get the best upgrades over here. And yeah, now with the air command done and soon this thermoplasma generator, I can launch an attack. He was trying to take this, so I even got my conscripts over here. Now they are back here and they will help me in this assault, in the sense that they are capping. And I think I even add some heavy stoppers now. And soon there will be the first Valkyrie assault carrier. I have my satellite targeting, so my units are having more range now as well. So there you go. The only thing I miss in the midst of all this to get a priest. So I have one. Usually if you have two squads, you want to have one with the commissar and one with the priest. I also totally forget at some point that I can use, of course, the execution. But for now I'm sitting in the forest shooting down on Coronate Marines. They get some buffs. Not sure what the buff actually is. It's True Sight, I guess. and also disabling my abilities. I think it's mostly true side, not that he needs it. But nice that he thinks about his global abilities. Most players forget about it. And this is all his army gone. So he was on the way to tier 2. He needs to double build it. If you have two builders, so this builder can help with the tier 2 progression. But yeah, as I said, not the greatest game, but I wanted to show this little cheeky third position. Not really working on the other way around, or at least you could put it in a similar position here. So this map is not completely symmetrical, so this works best on this position, but can in a sense also be used over here. If you put it over here, but then it's very close to this point, but also closer to the relic, so you can actually deny it better. So it goes two ways. You also can, if you put it here, it doesn't deal a lot, it doesn't do a whole lot. Totally forgot about the critical location. My conscripts could have kept this quite a while ago. Okay, so don't feel Gazghkull, don't feel embarrassed or anything. This is how games go. I also want to encourage you guys to send me in some replays. I usually do not get the biggest spectacular replays in the few games I play, so you will see me in more of these kind of games in the future. Otherwise, as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!